we did a scale box here, which is scale to fit both. I should probably have two things. I should have a filled black background and then another thing that's scale to fit both with yeah, scale to fit's the thing that we need. So this scale box, scale to fit both. We need another scale box, which we need to add to this guy with another image. Is it an image? Yeah. So make another image, throw it in here, and we'll make it, this scale box needs to be fill with the offset set to zeros. This scale box needs to be fill. This guy needs to be a black brush. How do we make it black? Color and opacity. There it is. And how did I get the movie screen on top? I use the Z order of 1. Alright, so this is our initial loading thing. So this guy will stretch properly and be black and everything like that. And I can actually maybe update that guy to, maybe I can use my handy dandy magic tool brush, save that thing. We'll just have the 3 dots. And I'll go ahead and re-import you. And inside of our init function, like we want to add this thing to a viewport. How do we add a widget to a viewport, right? I think inside of our cutscenes, plumbing, cutscene video, cutscene thing, let's actually have a little camera. So on this guy, create movie widget. Alright, so create widget, we want UI initial load, and then we want to add it to the viewport. And let's add a variable here, which is going to be loading widget, which is going to be a widget. User widget, okay. So this needs to be a user widget. So let's see if it works. Alright, it's just gonna crash on me. That's excellent. Well, let's see. Why don't we call it somewhere else here real quick to make sure it's actually getting used somehow, right? Let's just go to the begin play for this guy and go ahead and just slot it in here and make sure that our I wonder. I wonder if what we should do is load up no map, and in the begin play of no map, it loads into our UI level. So if we go to like LV, no map, let's go to blueprints, open level blueprint, and like our begin play on this guy would grab this sort of thing, right? And it'd be like, awesome, let's add this thing to the viewport, right? And let's also call like load level or go to main menu. So if we load up the main menu, it should pop up the dots, and we're loading into the other level. So I haven't clicked anything, so it should be the splash screen, but it's not the splash screen. So I'll have to test this in a shipping build to see if it actually does what I'd like it to do. But I think this might be a decent idea. So why don't we launch in a new window. It went into the other thing. Alright, so I need to change the UI here. Alright, so let's just pop this open so it shouldn't transition. Should be splash screen. Yeah, there we are. Let's try that again. So it pops up pretty quick because it's loading a map that literally has just nothing in it. Hopefully. We got our dot dot dots. Very cool. So that might be what we want to do is LV no map should be our first map, and then we load into the rest. So let's change our project settings for maps and modes to editor startup. Let's see, game startup. Game default map should be LV no map. And editor will start up in LVUI, that's fine. Alright. I would like to do a package build to make sure that works, but that's going to take time to generate. So I think I'm just going to have to wait on a package build then. Well, better get started packing. Other thing would be, should we change this initial load something to something that actually doesn't look completely awful? Like just a normal, please wait. me see, do I have the font installed for this guy? Like if I go to our static fonts, right, I should be able to just install it. There we go. I can be an artist, right? That's what an artist does. They make art just like that. Yeah, see, it looks beautiful. Looks like shit. It's okay. It's okay though. Somebody can make that better. Actually, the problem is mainly that it's just such a hard edge there. So what needs to happen is this layer needs to be like, you know, that sort of opacity. Let me slap that in there. Oh man, my computer is hating this. I'm trying to do this and like it's a maxed out CPU because we're building that shipping build. This thing is stuttering like a monkey with a lisp. This looks so shitty. Keep trying, yeah. See how many things we gotta build here. A lot. It's not even telling me yet. But we're probably looking at like 10 minutes at least. So what we want to see in this guy is we want to see the cursor we want to see the cursor get updated. And we also want to see that loading take a lot less time and then pop up our load screen and then load into the proper level. Because I think it's having trouble loading the UI level. Just there's a lot in the UI level in terms of textures and what have you. So this would basically make that start up. Faster. So we load up the nothing and then it goes to the main menu. The other thing to look at would be intro movies. Where can I get the Powered by Unreal 4 intro movie? You can get it Unreal 4 branded guidelines. Oh no, my downloads folder. Ah, all my porn. Alright, let's see. Scratch. So, I mean, all they've got is this, they've just got these branding things. I mean, if we wanted the loading screen should probably have the fucking Unreal Engine logo on it. The other thing is they've got this UE4 startup video. Alright, we can actually go snag one of these guys then. Let's see, 4K, 1080. Let's just get the simple one, right? Still logo, moving logo. Yeah, let's grab just the simple one. Let's download you. Alright, we might grab you at some point then. Alright, so half of our loading time it'll help with is what it looks like. Because that'd be the other thing that we could do is, like, at least a startup video would do something, right? Let's see if it works. Oh god, this is so bad. Come on now. The game waits for startup movies to complete even if loading is finished. Oh, that's fucking mean. So let me just read startup movies Unreal 4. Let's just see how they work. I want the official documentation if you get it. I'm struggling to trying to get started a movie. I've downloaded the animations from here. I went to the settings, startup movies. Here's the sample. I didn't convert the file. Some things to consider. It needs to be in content movies. You need to create this folder. Use the option wait for movies to complete so they don't end. I have created the movie. I have double checked the movie folder is there. While I'm in the content browser, the engine, blah, blah, blah. Jesus Christ. Allows me to play test video. I can watch it perfectly. I've got it in there for the record. Blah, blah. Is there startup limitation? Blah. Whatever. If we can just play that intro movie during that load, because the loading screen is fine. For at least cutting half of it off is worth it, minimum. But having like an intro load and then another load, that's okay. I've seen that before, where an initial load pops up to another load screen, which actually throws you in the game. I think the Dawn of War series has that sort of thing, where it tries to play this intro video thing and then it goes to a static load screen. And then it actually dumps you in the main menu. So better than nothing. Who loads the load screen? See, this is where I dump a whole bunch of stuff on Adam. I'm like, hey, dude, not only do you have to finish the caverns level tomorrow, but I'd like you to make an intro video with where Bitey like sticks his head up all cute like, and then kicks Fatsack through the Unreal 4 logo. Can you do that? And make sure it's in 4K, 1080p, nicely rendered, and all that. Just, you know. And get Lee to do like some nice intro jingle, 15 seconds or something. Totally legit. I'm sure you'll be able to get it done. I'll be playing Battletech. So, it's fine. Everything's fine. And now the packaging is taking longer because I nativized all the assets, because I want nativized assets. It's actually increasing performance from what I saw. The bots weren't lagging like a trash can. I don't even know what that means. So kind of how these guys work is all the movies get dumped into the content movies folder. So I want to see it in action. Well, there's the movie. Supposedly it's got it, so let's boot this up and see what it looks like. Boots up? Oh shit, look at that. And then a black screen, please wait. And it's gonna dump us into the main menu here. Oh, that's cool. I like it. It's a lot better than we had before. It's like a real game. It's got like... I think that was my favorite intro for fucking Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. Is they booted up and it was like powered by DirectX like 12 with like Shaq sweating, and that had nothing to do with the game. It's just like, god damn. Sorry, that's just cool to me that that works. Like, you can actually scroll better using the damn controller than you can anything else. I can even click on links. Like, how stupid is that? That's cool. To me, I'm entertained very easily. Alright. So I'm actually going to add to Adam's stream tasks, I'm going to add the... I'm going to add the loading screen image, and it's in slash what? Where are you? It's in gameplay UI. And I'm also going to write down cursor customization. So add a .cur file in gameplay/UI /cursor.cur. Alright, so if he wants to do that, he can, and it'll be available. Cool, so that is a thing. Looks kind of wonky right now. Shitty multi-threaded asset loader. What? Alright, hey, it works. So, that's cause for celebration. Alright, cool. So, we even got our loading, our startup movie. Yay! So, I will be right back. Who would have thought you could have both? Many people. Alright, so I need to implement the game modes for this guy. Alright, so let me think. The playlist that we need to load at startup. Where do we load playlist data? Let's just make sure these movies are... There's 1,000 files in this change list? Holy shit. Well, alright then. I have a lot of stuff in this change list that I'm going to be crashing into mainline. Yeah, one of the things with game engine startup stuff that in college everybody was super proud of was they loaded all their textures at startup once. And everybody would go to the front of the class and when they were finished with their DirectX, whatever the hell, and just be like, we load our textures one time. It was, we made fun of everybody who said that. Because it's like, I learned how to use a map with a string name for a fucking file. To I'm so proud. Are you proud of me? Yeah, Jesus Christ. We get it. You vape. You load textures, buddy. You did it. You loaded the textures. We got it. We got you. Game modes. Alright, so where are we loading our playlist then? It's somewhere. What is in our config for our services? Services, config, tools. What is it called? It's just called playlist. No, it's something else. Playlist underscore config. Alright, so where are we using our playlist card? Alright, so let's boot this up and see what we've got going on then. When you load a new asset, you go and search an entire array to see if it's not there. I'll fix it later. We didn't load a playlist? We must be doing this at editor startup or something like that then. Whatever, let's just boot it up. Oh, I wasn't attached anymore because I had just done a shipping build, right? So that's why it wouldn't have hit the breakpoint. I don't know, you never know. Searching an entire array for something sometimes is not that slow. It's an entire array of 5 things. We can't possibly iterate over it. Error, your session has expired. Please log in again. Oh no. Perforce. Have I really been working that long today? Where's our Dashkin game data? So where is it getting set like playlist equals? It's in our server config. Our server config is located at our startup. All right. Yeah, so custom's right there. So we're going to change that to where are you? Playlist config. We want to change that to bot challenge. Bot challenge, yes, excellent. Why would you need to evict assets? Some kind of asset capitalist? Alright, so you got balanced teams, hard bots, some right bots, easy bots, one left bot, many right bots, some right bots, easy bots, fastball, easy bots. Excellent. So our game modes are there. So what do our game modes need to do? It's basically our arena level needs to respect the game mode stuff. So we need to do update and level update in game. So we need to have a server ensure bots needs to be a function. Alright, so we're going to need to grab all the bots and make sure that we have enough. Right, that's going to be a thing. So Are those it? So basically, if it's going to be auto balance bots, let's make a new category here. Let's call this bots. So if auto balance bots, let's do balance bots. Otherwise, we're going to want to basically, if left bots or right bots is not 0, then we want to balance left and right bots. So this is going to be ensure left-right bots. If that was sarcastic or not. No, most of the time you don't really have to worry about too much. Though I guess you are making your own game engine there. I wouldn't worry too much about freeing everything up, to be honest. Just tell them to get more RAM. At least until you got a big reason why you need it. Trash stuff. Alright, so balance bots. So what we'd like to do is basically get the number of players on each side and make sure they're equal. So, and if they're not, spawn a bot to balance it. So, what do we need to do? We need to call so what's in our player controller? We have owned actor right there, so we have the player proxy actor. So what we want to do is we want to get the number of people on the left and number of people on the right. So I think it's going to be level utils. Let's get some static functions going. So be static and 32 get left team count and get right team count. We're also going to want a TRA of I guess player proxy actors, and we're going to want get left bots and get right bots, and we'll just make it simple. That way it's easy for me to implement all this stuff. Anyway, let's shut this thing down. And let's start implementing this stuff. Leave me for later. Eventually, fairly certain you don't want level 1 to be in RAM while you're level 2. Yeah, that's definitely true. Though, I was more thinking on an asset level, so maybe the textures for level 1 could be loaded up for when you're in level 10, just because, well, maybe level 10 shares some of those textures. I don't know, whatever. I can get the point. So this will be bots, return bots. Same thing here for left bots, right team count. So what we want to do is player controllers. So left team count. This is going to be some kind of copy-paste shenaniganry, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, so if player controller does not equal null pointer, then we're going to do player get owned. Let's see, it's just owned actor. This is so horribly coded. Alright, so if controller does not equal null, what's in our AI controller anyway? Get player proxy.